Hey guys, so today I want to get real about entrepreneurship and talk about it because, especially around this time of year, with year end fatigue coming and you just reflecting on the year, a lot of people actually start to wonder what they're really doing for their life as we're heading into planning for 2021 and wondering maybe there's more to life than me going to work every day. Maybe there's something better out there for me than if I just keep doing this 9 to 5 grind. I'm not happy, I'm frustrated. And that's when people start to consider other streams of income and ways that they can make money. If this is you, if you're currently considering leaving your regular job to pursue entrepreneurship full time, then I am going to break it down to you because honey, I've been there and I don't want you to make some of the mistakes that I and other entrepreneurs have made. So right now in our culture, guys, there's really this glamorization of entrepreneurship. And when I talk about entrepreneurship, I'm also including side hustles because you could maybe want to do something on the side as well. And you know what, that actually is another topic on another day, my thoughts on side hustles. But for now, let's just focus on if you want to literally leave your job and start a business full time. Because there's this huge glamorization also from maybe successful entrepreneurs who tell you that you're making a big mistake at your job, trading your time for your money, and you're not, reaching all those income goals that you could be reaching if you were an entrepreneur. So I just want to break it down to you of what is really realistic and what actually happens when you pursue entrepreneurship. So one of the reasons that people want to pursue starting their own business is they believe that they're going to get more free time. Now this is the biggest misconception about entrepreneurship, that you actually have more time. I mean, it was also, there's that book called The 4-Hour Work Week, and this just glamorization that when you're an entrepreneur, you're like sitting on the beach while you make money in your sleep or stuff like that. Guys, this is not true, right? Most entrepreneurs, most successful entrepreneurs will tell you that they probably work way longer hours now than they did at a job, because at a job, it's not your baby. You come in, you do the work, you go home, and maybe you work a few late nights, but at the end of the day, it's not your baby. But whereas when you have your own business and you are the owner of your own business, it's just non-stop. And yes, they can get to a point where you automate your systems, you hire staff, whatever, but that's like later on in the journey. But when you're starting a startup, guys, there is no such thing as more free time, okay? Yes, it is better time spent because you are working on something you're really passionate about, you're working on something you really believe in, but it is incredibly stressful. And I don't want you to have this misconception that you will have more time. You will not, okay? Let's just get that one out of the way. If that's your reason, please just stay at your job. The other thing, guys, is that it is incredibly a high risk activity to start a business because you're going to invest your time, which has a value to it, right? You're also going to be investing some money as well. So I really think that it is underrated how much risk goes into it and what entrepreneurs really face. A lot of them will lose, a lot of them have to actually downgrade their lifestyle. You'll find that your 9 to 5, when you're an entrepreneur, let me tell you what happens. Your 9 to 5 friends they have savings, they have investments, they're getting their regular salaries, and you're like out here downgrading your lifestyle so that you can start this new dream. You're actually going to have less money for a good portion. That's if you're a good entrepreneur, right? Because no smart entrepreneur is out there popping bottles with money that they could be investing into their business. So what happens is that those things that you used to do, those clothes you used to buy, getting your nails done every week, that is gonna have to stop because you're going to have to be focused on your business and reinvest everything you make back into your business and possibly downgrade your lifestyle. So if you're not ready for that, if you're not ready to be watching from the sidelines while people are going on vacations and partying and doing nice things while you grinding on your business and reinvesting everything you make back into your business while you're building this, if you're not that type of person, if you're gonna suffer from FOMO and seeing other people have nice things, also don't quit your job. Stay at your job. You have your regular paycheck, you'll save, you'll do all of those nice things. So that's another thing, right? So yes, if your business succeeds, you could become really ultra wealthy, but it doesn't happen overnight. It takes a really long time, and most entrepreneurs have slept on friends' couches, have lost their cars, have lost absolutely everything, have sold everything just to make this dream work. That is what is actually happening. I don't want you guys to fall for this trap of these famous entrepreneurs we have in South Africa. I don't want to name anybody's names, but there's this glamorization that these things are so easy and it happens in a few months and you pop off. That is not the realistic picture. So for every one article you see of someone who started a business maybe during lockdown and they popped off, there's thousands of other people who are hustling and pushing and losing everything they have, and then you know what ends up happening? You just go back to work. That is the realistic picture of the majority of people. Articles are not written about these people. There's no press releases about all the failed entrepreneurs who went back to work because it didn't work out. The other thing is that I believe that entrepreneurship is a rare special skill, just like, you know, becoming a star athlete or an Olympic athlete. It's not something that everybody can do. It's not something that everyone is cut out for, and you need to evaluate and find out if you are that kind of person. I don't believe that everybody is born to be an entrepreneur. I believe that some people can diversify their income streams, and entrepreneurship is not the only way. You should probably invest your money before you even go down this route. You can get some really good returns doing that. If your main goal is just more money, then I don't think entrepreneurship is the way. There are other safer, better ways to actually increase your income streams. But what I'm saying is that yes, there are some people who are born to be entrepreneurs, who are born to do things that change the world, that add impact and that move the needle forward. But not everybody is born that way. And don't let this culture tell you that you're doing something wrong by staying at your job. If your job is paying the bills, right, and it's affording you the lifestyle that you want and you're happy, go to your job, even if you hate it, even if you hate being there for that period of time, but you like the way the rest of your life is built up. You like your social life, you're able to save, you're able to invest, then honey, there's no need to go stress yourself with starting a business. But if you're the kind of person who has a calling to be an entrepreneur, you have an idea, you have a vision, you want to make a big impact on this world, and you don't mind sacrificing money and downgrading your lifestyle and putting in the grueling hours and the hard work and sacrifices, and you're also really good at market research, you know how to figure out your business model and get the finances right, get your marketing strategy right. If these are topics that call your heart and you know that you could do these really well, or partner up with people who could do this really well, then yes, this is totally something that could be for you. The other thing that attracts a lot of people to entrepreneurship is the idea of being your own boss, right? Let me tell you, okay, when you have customers and clients, they become your boss. You become at their mercy to serve them. And a really good entrepreneur does think of their customers in that way, where they're here to serve their customers in the best way possible. So we all know those businesses that have terrible customer service, they're not going to last. They're not going to be around 10 years from now. So don't have this perception that now yes, you will get to set the times of when you go to work, when you do whatever. You will have control over how your time is spent. But you don't really get to dictate what the market does. You don't get to dictate your customers' behavior. All you can do is adapt and adjust to the market. So the market actually becomes your new employer. So there's another misconception that I've noticed as well. So you really need to decide what kind of person you are. If you have a high tolerance for risk, you're able to sacrifice, you're able to not suffer from FOMO when everyone else is, who has their jobs, has their paychecks, and they're living a lavish life. Not lavish, but they're able to buy normal things like clothes and go out and all of those things. If you're able to sacrifice all of those things for your vision, for your dream, then yes, you should definitely do entrepreneurship. It will be the most fulfilling thing that you can do if you are willing to do all of these things like I just said. I'm a typical millennial, and I really can only do work and be the best version of myself when I believe in the company or I believe in what I'm doing. And so I'm really called to that thing. But some people don't have that kind of desire, then that's totally normal, and that's also fine. And I want us to normalize, like, it's okay to just have a normal job, because we need people. Like, even entrepreneurs eventually need people to work in their company as staff and employees. So I don't understand when people demonize working, as though when you start a business, you're going to need people who work. So you need those people. And so if that's you, if you're happy with your job, great. You're doing a good job. You're adding to the economy. You're providing your services, and you are just as valuable as an entrepreneur. Yes, and if everybody has their own businesses, who's going to work in the companies? Nobody. So yes. If you watched up until this point of the video, comment grapefruit and I'll know that you watched the whole thing. Also, I have some bonus content for you guys who stick around to the end of my videos. And today's bonus content is, if you're brand new to entrepreneurship and you've never, you just know you have this passion, you want to start something, but you're not sure what to do. Here's some suggestions for what I think you should check out, right? Just a light way to get you started if you're curious. I want you to find a Shark Tank and watch Shark Tank to learn about different types of businesses and how they pitch and whatever, all of that stuff, I'd highly recommend you watch Shark Tank. I think in South Africa we have Dragon's Den, if I'm not mistaken, but the American version of Shark Tank, I've watched lots of those seasons. They're really good and you will really learn a lot, and it's a nice way to learn a couple of things without like studying and whatever. Then, read websites and blogs about how to do your financing, how to figure out your costing and your pricing and your business model. I think there's a website, I'm not sure, I think the name is 4-Week MBA, but I will figure out the name of that website, and you can also get some resources there, okay? Then the next thing I want you to do, even if you're not starting your business, but maybe 5 years from now you want to start something, or maybe 3 years from now you want to start something, is start following the right people. So find podcasts where entrepreneurs talk about what they go through, find websites, find blogs. We all have our preferred method of consuming content. So if your thing is YouTube, go on YouTube and find entrepreneurs. Preferably find people who actually have started businesses and not are just teaching about how to do something that they've never done themselves. Then you want to just, surround yourself with these people. That is what I really think you should do, even if you don't intend on starting anytime soon, but that will really help you avoid a lot of the mistakes. So one thing you want to do with entrepreneurship is it's great to learn from people's successes, but what will help you more than anything is learning from people's failures, learning from people's mistakes of, she did that, I'll be sure not to do that. So that is my bonus content for you guys today. If you enjoyed this video and you're not subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. I would love to have you here with us. And yes, I hope that you enjoyed this video and that you will have a fantastic day. Thank you so much for watching, and bye-bye.